Okay, folks. My name's Barry. This is Jen. This is Mike. Sitting in for Jen. Because Jen's. Anyway, this is a new segment we're going where we discuss different things in the hobby. I think on board gaming is what I want to call it. What do you think about the title? We're going to talk about this different terminologies in the hobby and then maybe some gaming etiquette, stuff like that. I'll let Jen think of a name. I'm not good with them. But this is the first one of this series, and today we're going to talk about hobby board games, what they are, what the two different types are, and along with what a gateway game is, because a few months ago I interviewed a guy named Hunter from What Was Great Review, and he said people may not know what a gateway game is, and he made a point. So that's where this.
So after months of thinking about it.
Well, no, I did try to film this a couple times, but it just kept sounding like a lecture to me. So I'm going to bring you in, maybe you could bring that thing you bring to the channel.
That thing I do.
Maybe it won't sound as much like a lecture.
Tool.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about hobby board games.
So we're going to talk about that?
And what hobby board games are. They're,
oh, God. I messed up the cord. Sorry, people.
There's hobby board games are games that are not mass produced. They're usually smaller quantity print runs. 5,000 is considered a lot. They're also called hobby designers or hobby games, designer games, European style games. There's a couple different names for them. I usually call them hobby games.
AKA Barry Snob.
Yes, Jen calls me game stuff. They're not like the mass-produced games, like Monopoly and
Yahtzee, Uno, Jesus.
Yeah, these games are more like Settlers of Catan and Agricola,
Carcassonne,
games like that.
You said it right. What's up with that?
So, out of this gaming genre, this hobby genre of games, there's two major factions of games. There's Euro games, which are also known as
Eurotrash?
Yeah, actually Eurotrash is a term for it, made up by Ameritrash, which is the other faction. These are usually focused towards economics, or engine building.
Power Grid?
Yeah, Power Grid, Agricola. There's many others. They're usually less dependent on luck. They're more, you plan them out, stuff like that.
So like Keyflower?
Yeah.
Coal Baron, stuff like that?
Yeah. They're usually not really heavily attached to the theme that they have. And components are usually not like, I don't want to say bad, but I don't want to say extravagant. That's probably what I want to say, extravagant.
Are they minimalists?
Yes. They're mainly focused on the mechanics of the game.
Not the components.
Yeah. Or the theme, for that matter. A lot of people call them dry heartlets, stuff like that. And the other one, like I said, is Ameritrash, and they are heavily luck-driven most of the time. Yeah, they are very extravagant with their components a lot of times, not always. They are very immersive games. They try to build a world and suck you into that world. And, there's...
What are some examples?
Like Arkham Horror or Eldritch Horror or Last Night on Earth.
Mansions of Madness.
Mansions of Madness.
What about something like Escape or...
Escape would be
Small
considered...
World?
Small World? Yeah, I guess it would be. So even like 1775, I think, would be. Because it's...
Well, what about something like Rampage or Kingdom of.
Yeah, they're like Ameritrash.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like a third type. It's a hybrid of the two. I don't know offhand. I think maybe Lewis and Clark would be considered that.
That has to be American because that's in America. What about something like? What am I thinking? I'm trying to look at the games that we have now and think. Like what was it? Castles of Burgundy or something where you had the town.
That's Euro. That's
Euro.
Yeah. Well, they're out there. I think maybe Lewis and Clark would be. I think even maybe Freedom Underground Railroad might be. And of course, there's other things in the hobby gaming world. There, you got card games, and then you got war games, which is considered its own separate thing.
Wow.
That's actually, depending on who you ask, it's not actually a war game.
What?
Yeah. War gamers don't consider that a war game. Same thing with 1775.
History.
Yeah. But, and with these factions, I guess you call them, there's hundreds and hundreds of categories of them. There's, whether they're even mechanical or the genre they're in. You could have games from zombies to, farming, and the mechanics vary from worker placement to auctioning and stuff like that. So,
what's your preference? Am I right? Yours. You like them both.
Yeah, I'm probably 50-50. I mean, there's not many games that I do not like. There's not many games in my collection that I do not like.
You do not like The Walking Dead.
No, I do not.
But the thing is, nobody else does either, so you are stuck with it forever.
Yes. Well, what about you? Would you prefer Euros or Murder?
I don't know. I like the less serious things, I guess. I love Mansions of Madness.
That could be go either way. Less serious things. I mean, that's just a weed game.
Well, you know my preferences.
I think you tend towards Euro games.
Do I?
Yeah, I think. Carcassonne.
Carcassonne rocks.
Agricola, Creatures Big and Small.
Yeah, I'd like that one.
Yeah. Suburbia. They're pretty much all Euro games. You do not like Eldritch or Arkham Horror. I don't think you like that other one either, that Escape from the Temple.
That was the one with the dice. Yeah. I like it, but I don't think they give me enough time. And with your carpal tunnel, it's
dice rolling.
It's not a good game for you.
Rolling dice and shuffling cards really bother me. Probably why I don't get into a lot of deck builders too often. We have a couple, but we don't play them too often.
I like stupid games.
Yes, you do.
I really like.
They're called party games.
I like party games. I like party games. I do. I really like that stupid one I got you for your birthday.
Yes, and I'm sure you'll like that other stupid one you got me for your birthday. But we haven't played it yet.
Cards Against Humanity? Yes.
But we haven't played it yet.
No, we haven't had enough people.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I try not to judge a game.
You wanted that anyway.
Yeah, because
it's not like I bought you something that just I would like.
Oh, I bought it because I think it's for a larger group.
It's a fun game for horrible people, and we have horrible friends.
I think they'll get it because they're not as in their hobby as I am for sure. But like even for you, I'm a little more in the hobby than you are.
You think?
I think. I know.
Yeah, you don't even want to play my games.
Well, I hate not all, not some of them. Monopoly, I hate. Won't do it.
Yeah. See, I like Monopoly. I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta play Monopoly, but I like it once in a while.
But I think Lords of Vegas is eliminated. Please.
No, it's it. They're totally different games.
They're not.
One's Atlantic City. I like Monopoly, and you're gonna have to play me one time. Look, I will give in on Twister because that's just not going to happen.
No,
you're fine. So
that's basically what a hobby game is, and the difference between a hobby and a mass-produced game.
Mass-produced is awesome.
Yeah. Now, a gateway game has been called a few things. Basically what it is it's a game that will introduce somebody new to the hobby into the hobby. It's a step above
mass
production into the hobby gaming, but they're usually very light on the rules and easy to learn. They're usually under an hour.
I would say Dixit.
Yeah.
That's one we use a lot for people.
Like Dixit.
Oracle.
Yeah. What I said, they're usually fast games under an hour. They're usually not loaded with rules. Usually easy for people to pick up. They're not. Some of them have components from mass-produced games that people will be familiar with, like King of Tokyo. It's basically a gateway game that has the Yahtzee mechanism in it, where you roll dice and you got to match them up to do certain things. What else? What other games are like? I'm trying to think here.
Well, we have the garden dice. That's dice also.
Garden dice, yeah. I guess that's a little more strategic than
Carcassonne is tiles, and that's kind of like a match game.
Yeah, Carcassonne.
You're lining up tiles.
In my opinion, is one of the quintessential gateway games. That one, Ticket to Ride. They say Catan is. We never really played it much because it's a 3-player thing and stuff like that.
What happened with it?
Catan. Stuff like that. Alhambra, I think that's a gateway game. That has the set collecting and stuff like that, where you gotta collect a certain number of cards to pay for tiles to place out in your Alhambra.
Where do we have this clue?
Mystery of the Abbey.
Yeah, no, we have something else. Yeah, we just played something.
Yeah, it's the little card game.
Sleuth?
Sleuth, yeah, it's an older one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that deduction game. That would be similar to Clue or something. Set collecting games. There's a ton of them. Basically smaller, fast games that people can pick up to, which will bring them from mass-produced games into the hobby games. Now, people have been calling them different things, like entry-level games or beginner games, family games, I've heard, stuff like that. I actually think they're a little different than a gateway game. An entry-level game to me is something that'll bring you, it's like the lower end of a gateway game.
It'll bring you to the gateway?
Yeah, like a gateway game to me is something that people who aren't really familiar with hobby games can play, but they're a little bit of a step up.
Something they sell in the toy stores.
Yeah, but an entry-level game to me is something like King of Tokyo or something, where they have that familiar mechanic that people are used to.
Well, Quirkle's like Uno and Bingo, at least not Bingo, Dominoes.
So how do you feel about the gateway games?
I like gateway games. You have some, civilization stuff, that's way past gateway.
Yeah, through the ages.
Star Trek Fleet Captains, which is the biggest box in the world.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, it is. There's actually one bigger.
Oh, Jesus, we don't need that game.
We're not going to dispense it. It's Ogre.
Ogre?
It's like 4 foot by. It's huge.
Does it come with a live ogre? Is that what it is?
It's about tanks or something. It's an old Steve Jackson game that they reprinted that long ago. Yeah, we still my gateway game was Pandemic, which I would not consider a gateway game. Pandemic was the game that got me into the hobby, and I think that would be a little too complicated for somebody coming from the mass-produced game. I guess we played Quirkle first.
Quirkle's the game you had for.
Yeah,
or that's what you got. That's how you suckered me into this crap.
Yeah. No, I did have that first. I bought them two at the same time, Pandemic and Corkle.
Yeah, but I played Corkle first.
I got you that for Christmas.
Oh, that's mine? Oh, well, where is it?
It's over on your shelf. Or no, it's out in the other room. You were playing it with.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, I wouldn't consider Pandemic a gateway game, but it has like a sister game, Forbidden Island, that I would consider. But
that's a sister game?
Same designer, same concept. Yeah.
Oh. I like Forbidden Desert better than Forbidden Island.
Yeah, that's another step. Like, I consider Forbidden Island an entry-level game.
Forbidden Desert Gateway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pandemic, even, I guess. It's not extremely complicated.
Depends on who you're playing with.
Yeah.
It suppresses some people because they feel that they're not, curing the world and saving the population.
Well, I've heard.
Even though they're just little cubes.
I've heard other people try with newcomers to the hobby and had no success.
Well, again, it depends on the people you're playing with.
Yeah. So that's basically what a gateway game is. So like I said, this is something I'm going to try and do probably every other week. What do you think? This series, every other week, every week? What do you think? Which one? Every other week to fill in the all spots for the videos. So like I said, we'll try and do this every other week. I think there's going to be another series coming out. I'm going to call it Quickies. It's going to be short games, 20 minutes or under, 30 minutes or under, I guess. I haven't really decided on the time.
What are those games called that you don't, like Love Letter and stuff? They have a name too.
Micro games. Love Letter is a micro game.
Right, I was trying to remember.
The ones we're going to do in this other series are like filler games. Which we're going to do in another series, or another episode, I guess.
Oh, you're so cute and smile.
So that's it. Did it sound like a lecture?
No. Get gaming, get a dictionary, have fun.
Get gaming, get a dictionary?
Well, we're discussing terminology.
Well, no, it's not going to be all terminology. It's going to be like
terminology.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do this for people just getting in the hobby because they're going to jump in the hobby.
You're stupid, and we're here to educate. I'm kidding.
And I wanted to do this for people like that because I had a rough time. Like anything you get into has lingo. When I started my job with the trains, I didn't know what a truck was. Well, I did, but I didn't know that was what it's called.
That's where the brakes are and stuff.
It's the wheel sets and the frame and all that. They said truck. I'm thinking they meant the flatbed outside. They didn't. People getting in the gaming hobby wouldn't know what terms are.
It's called Google.
And I struggle with that for a little bit. You hear these reviewers and playthrough guys talking about stuff, and you're just like, what's happening? So that's why I want to do this.
I was only kidding. You're not stupid.
Yeah, I don't. I'm hoping they don't take you or me too seriously. Actually, because
I'm not serious at all.
I don't take myself seriously. I take this serious, but not myself too much.
Yeah, you take this a little too serious sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a hobby, Barry.
Yeah.
Take trucks and trains serious.
Okay. Are we done?
No, I'm not done.
Alright, so she's done. Get gaming, have fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
You want me to hit the button?
Yeah.
Okay, I hit the button.